Welcome back. New episode, new days of the week, played Tuesday and Friday at the same time, 8 p.m. I'm almost to the end of the story, as we know of now, the angel's story. Keep in mind, we need help to get this resolved. Thank you for listening. August 10th, 2021. Good morning. I'm keeping my faith. In the grace of God is how I'm looking at it. I have to. 11:27 a.m. Patty called. We talked for a while. I asked Patty to pray that beep will help, that she will let me know, and we will get started on this. Patty said, yes, I will, right now. And she will, Em. We talked a little longer and hung up, and I hope she's right. 1:21 p.m. I know yesterday was the day that I was thinking to just keep moving on without anyone's help. But now today I'm praying that beep has not quit on me. I know I could write a letter to our new state attorney general. I know I could send the short version of the case to the governors of the states around. Beep. I know I could send more information to our governor. I know this is something I have talked about for a while, but I believe I'm waiting to see if anyone here steps up. And I know I could get in touch with the reporter and beep, beep, but for some reason, I feel I need to do something, but I don't. I have asked Megan and Wyatt to show me what I need to do if there's anything that needs to be done. I have asked God the same thing, and for some reason, I haven't done anything since the beep newspaper ads. I asked again this morning, show me what to do, guide me. I have asked that all through this story. I have asked for the guidance I've needed, and something would help me write letters. Something would help me do as I did to get this matter solved. I have been guided. I have been shown what to do throughout all of this. But for some reason, for the past week to 10 days, I have asked that, and I find myself doing other things, sitting by the pool, relaxing, spending lost time with my babies. I'm trying to work on getting myself back to where I was, if that's even possible. So for now, I will wait to hear something from B, and hopefully it will be soon, like real soon. I'm counting the days down. Now I'm counting them up. The days I haven't heard from her. It's gonna be 2 weeks and 4 days. God guide deep. August 11th, 2021. This morning waking up, I feel mixed emotions. My mind is racing as to why. Why doesn't anyone care to get this fixed? My heart is heavy. I feel sick to my stomach, and my head hurts. We need help. I need beep to help. And if she's not going to, let me know. And if you are, let's do it. August 12th, 2021. Well, I haven't heard anything yet from beep. I know at times it's good news when you hear no news, but I need to hear something, anything. I thought about going to the cemetery today, and then I thought tomorrow would have been my dad's birthday. So I think we will wait until tomorrow. 7:22 p.m. A thought came to me. I hope that beep calls me tomorrow. It would be an awesome miracle on my dad's birthday. Bless beep to call me. Bless beep to be well to help. And if she's not going to help, please bless her to let me know so I will know what to do next. I need her, but I will have to do it if she can't. Give me the strength. Give beep, the strength. Give her the strength and the courage to call me on my dad's birthday. I am continuing to ask for prayers. 7:33 p.m. I looked up the reporter's name in beep, beep, 2. Now this is just a thought, but I'm thinking of writing a letter to the reporter that covered a cemetery story. I even got a photographer's name, and I may need that also. I have to try everything, and most of these people are familiar with this already, so it can't hurt. August 13th, 2021. Happy what would have been my dad's 100th birthday. I love and miss you. My heart feels heavy this morning when I woke up. My mind keeps racing back and forth from beep is not getting in touch with me to maybe she will. After getting up and starting my day, I decided to send Jen a message. 10:21 a.m. I wrote, "Good morning. I'm looking for that news segment of the cemetery in beep for the same thing I'm going through here. The segment you and Sherry had mentioned. I need the reporter's name. Can you or will you look it up and see if you can find it? And one more thing. Has Beep been in touch with you? She said she would be, and I haven't heard much from her. I just don't want to hit any more brick walls and be misled by her saying she's going to help and then doesn't. I love you, baby. All of you. Have a good day." 10:23 a.m. Jen sent the link to the story. She wrote, "Here is the link to the story that Sherry sent me. I have not heard from her. I thought I would have by now." I wrote, "Oh, wow. All right. Thank you, baby." Jen wrote, "You are welcome. I'm praying. I'm praying that today's the day. I'm staying busy while I wait on Madison to get done with an interview she had." 4:20 p.m. When she is done, we went to the cemetery. When I drove out of my driveway, I felt fine. I had to go get gas, and by the time Madison had pumped the gas, I was lightheaded. I had to let Madison drive. She drove to the cemetery, and she did as I do when I drive. She pulled in on the east side and drove back to see Wyatt. Her and I sat in the car and visited him from the road. I had to. After a few minutes with Wyatt, she drove around on the other side to see Megan. We sat with Megan for a little while. I talked with her. I prayed to both of my angels, and I took pictures. I had tears in my eyes when we pulled away, and I prayed to God for Beep or someone to help. Thank you, dear God. When we got back home, I didn't know what was going on with me. My sugars were good. I had to lay down, and I did. I fell asleep and slept for about 2 hours. I didn't even know I was tired. When I got up, it's raining. So I knew then, okay, maybe it's the weather. August 14th, 2021. 9:42 a.m. My brother John called. I talked to him for a while, and before we hung up, I asked him to pray that Beep will help me and get this fixed for their babies. John said, "I will. She will help you. Give it time. Give it the time that the people need to get everything in order." Then he said, "You need to make this a movie." I said, "I hope she will. And if so, I hope she keeps me in the loop of what's happening. And well, right now, I just want it fixed. I want the people to have their headstones back first. Then maybe." We talked a little longer, and we said our goodbyes. 5:47 p.m. The days go by. I ask what I should be doing, and yet again I find myself outside around the pool. I enjoy laying outside on the not so hot days. I keep in mind and hope Beep is working on it. Why is she not calling? August 15th, 2021. The morning is unsure. I'm staying busy today, and I had good intentions of going to the cemetery, but we didn't make it. I love you, my angels. August 16th, 2021, 7:36 a.m. When my eyes opened, I said in a quiet voice, because that's how it came out, "Thank you, God. Thank you, my angels." I rolled over and laid there for a little longer. My heart aches, my body hurts, and I just want the help from someone who is as sincere about it as I am, not someone who misleads me. When I got out of bed and while eating my breakfast, I looked up the link to the cemetery and beep, beep. It had two names. I screenshotted both of them. Gosh, I hope something works. Someone please believe me. 10:30 a.m. My thoughts are, I suffer in silence. I'm standing in my bedroom, and I went to walk towards the bedroom door. And in a soft toned voice, I heard my mom say, "Look in that mirror." And I am crying. I took a couple steps towards the mirror, and as I looked in that mirror, I heard her say, "You are beautiful. Everything will be all right, honey." I looked up and asked her when. How will I know? I feel guilty I'm not doing anything, but I do know. With the moon and the stars in the sky, I swear I'm not giving up on this. I try to stay busy to not think about it so much. 11:35 a.m. Patty messaged. She wrote, "Hi Em, any news? I have been praying especially hard today. I saw my dad on Saturday. He's rather argumentative. I will try to call you later. I am tired today and super easy to cry. Otherwise, I would call now. I know you don't want to hear me crying. I love you." I wrote, "No, nothing yet, but same kind of day for me, asking God why. I'm keeping my hopes up. I'm sorry for your dad, and I pray for you and him. And I'm praying B will contact me soon. Better sooner than later. This morning I looked up the cemetery case in beep, beep. I took the names of the reporters, and I may write them a letter. And I know now why no one has helped. Because when they would question the city about what I was saying, they would tell them, she's crazy. No one else is complaining about this. So, of course, without knowledge of it, people would walk away. God help us. 1:19 p.m. Patty wrote back, "Yes, you hold your head up, and if you don't hear from me, please know that you are in my thoughts. I love you, and all we can do is keep praying. Have you tried calling?" Beep. 2:55 p.m. I sent Patty a message back. I wrote, "A couple weeks ago she said then after the 1st of August. I haven't heard from her since." August 17th, 2021 into August 18th, 2021. Madison and I traveled to Beep this morning to visit my granddaughter and her little family. My great granddaughter is starting kindergarten tomorrow, so of course I would not miss this for the world. We arrived in Beep about 3:16 p.m. My great grandson is already at home from his first day of second grade, and believe me, I was there on his first day of school too. We had a good afternoon. We went to dinner and sat and talked. When we were finished, we went back to my granddaughter's house for a little while. Then Madison and I went to the motel room. I was able to relax. I told Madison it feels good to lay here and not to have to get up to do anything. She said, "Oh, I know." Madison fell asleep. I tried. I think I was so anxious and wanting everything to work out for the kids this year, the ones at the school buildings. Please, dear God, bless our children to be well and protected from evil. I could not sleep. I laid there. The last time I saw the clock was 3:03 a.m. I must have fell asleep because I woke up hours later feeling all right, feeling okay. Madison and I got up before I went to Samantha's house, my granddaughter. I stopped at Walmart to buy my great granddaughter, Olivia, a bouquet of flowers. We went to their house and waited a little while before taking Olivia to school. She did well. The door opened and a lady let her in, and Olivia went in with no problems. She didn't even cry. I'm so happy for her and so proud of her. We left. Madison, Samantha, and I went shopping. We went out to eat. We all had a good, fun filled afternoon. While being out, I got out of the car and found a dark colored feather. I told Madison and Samantha, "Oh, look, I found this feather. I know it means something good, but I will have to look it up." Samantha said, "I found one. It's dark, but it has blue in it." I said, "Oh, wow. I will look to see what they mean." When we were done, we went to the school to pick up Jose Jr. and Olivia. They were both so happy, and that's how I knew they had a good day. We left the school, and of course I took them to McDonald's and then went to their house. While shopping, though, I bought Jose Jr. a Space Jam shirt and Olivia a pair of earrings, some snacks, and they were happy, and that made me happy. Madison and I visited for a little while, and we left to head home. We arrived at home at 7:03 p.m. We were both exhausted, but it was all so worth it. Everyone have a good night. August 19th, 2021. This morning I'm so emotional for some reason. I don't know if it was the travel of the 2 days or I'm just worn out from all the stress. As the day moves on, I feel better. I did look up what the feathers meant. The dark feathers mean mainly a message of protection and safety. It's a good omen. The healing process you're currently going through will soon be completed, and you'll be able to let go of the things that don't serve you anymore. It's a reminder to keep on going. As feathers come from birds, they are also associated with freedom. It's also a sign of protection. Even though you might be facing some challenging circumstances, a black feather is motivating you to have faith and trust that everything will eventually be resolved to your best interest. It also represents self growth, safety, and freedom, which I have already said. Let's go of what is draining your energy. Embrace change. I'm ready for all of that. It can't come soon enough. I'm happy it's a good sign. I need all the good signs I can get. I read my daily prayer word this morning, and that helped me also. It said, "You will know the truth, and the truth will make you free." John 8:32. My first thought was, I'm ready to live my life to the fullest. 11:43 a.m. I messaged, "Beep." I haven't heard from her, so I thought I would check in with her. I wrote, "Hi, beep. Hope all is well. I'm checking in with you. I'm anxious to get started, and thank you so much. Have a great day." I cried most of the morning and afternoon, and I prayed to God while in the shower crying, more or less begging, "God, please forgive me for begging." 6:33 p.m. Madison and I went to the cemetery. She wanted to go, and I believe I needed to too. I took some pictures and prayed to Megan and Wyatt, and we left the cemetery. When we arrived home, I watched some TV, and then I was ready for bed. August 20th, 2021. This morning, waking up, I have tears in my eyes. I thank God, I thank my angels, and I got out of bed. No reply from Beep. God bless her to help. to get it fixed and done. I'm staying hopeful. 10:52 a.m. I stepped out onto the patio to check the chemicals in the pool and turn the skimmer on. After I checked the chemicals, they were all good. I looked on the upper part of the patio, a step up, and I saw a small white feather. I got a smile on my face and knew I needed to thank my angels and God. I said, "Help be to help us." I picked it up, took it in the house, and put it with the other feathers I have found throughout all of this. 12:02 p.m. Patty called and I missed her call. 12:04 p.m. I messaged Patty. I wrote, "Give me a few minutes, I will call you back. It may take a little longer, but I will call you." 3:22 p.m. I called Patty. She didn't answer. Later this evening, I closed the blinds, I turned the porch lights on, and I relaxed on the couch. I'm praying that someone will come to me, to help us. Good night. August 21st, 2021. When I woke up this morning, I felt a sigh of relief. I hope I can carry that feeling for a while. I know the world is crazy right now, and I know things are bad. But this is also bad. It's so disrespectful. After I got out of bed, I ate breakfast and needed to clean up for a little bit. And I got done and I sat down to rest. I read my daily word prayer. And I asked God, my angels this morning, keep giving me the signs that I need to know everything will get fixed. Someone will help me. Show me what I need to do. Bless all my babies to be well. Bless Jose, my grandson-in-law, to be well and keep my babies safe and well and protect them from evil. In my prayer word this morning it said, God is here. Inner peace is here. All is truly well. How can I not believe this? That fast he answered that prayer. And oh my gosh, thank you. I questioned myself this morning also. Of all the time that has passed and I should be doing something, I have to ask at times, why is this taking so long? And then 4:20 p.m. I read, it does not matter how slowly you go, as long as you do not stop. Confucius. Wow, this made me feel better. I had such a carefree day and it felt good to not have to force the feeling. August 23rd, 2021. This morning I'm preoccupied. My mind is busy thinking of going to see Dixie the horse. I love getting out of the city and going to the country. Madison and I got there and we spent a few hours. While we were there, 1:53 p.m. Patty called. We only talked for a few minutes. She did ask if I had heard anything, and I said no. She said, well, let me think of what to say and I will help you. I said I did get a couple of reporters' names. She said, oh, so you are doing something. I said, oh, yeah, I'm not stopping, even with the empty promises. We talked a little longer and she let me go to visit with Dixie. When Madison and I got back home, I took a shower and laid down. I fell asleep and I slept a couple hours. It's that country air. I love it. My evening is relaxing. I watched some TV and remembered I had to turn the skimmer off in the pool. And I went out the sliding door and I saw a star in the sky. I said, starlight, star bright, first star I see tonight. Wish I may, wish I might, have the wish I wish tonight. When I was there, I made a wish. I prayed and I started to cry, and for some reason I couldn't. Where are you? Beep! No, I have not heard anything from her, and it's crazy. Why would she call me? She called me, telling me her story, and I told her mine, and then she led me to believe she would help me. Even went as far as to say, I have to do right by my mother, and still nothing. She said the beginning of July, then the end of July to the first week in August, and it is now August 23rd and nothing. And yes, I get it. People have other things going on in their lives. Tell me that. I can write the letters as I have. I can maybe by now make a phone call. I don't know. I'd have to wait until that time comes. But just let me know something. 9:34 p.m. I'm relaxing in the chair and I start thinking about how everyone has told me they would help me in one way or another. And it seems I still stand alone. Hopefully, here with Patty. I started to cry and thought about what I had prayed to God outside just earlier. I said, my angels, help Nana to get this done. Babies, help someone to come to us, or beep to call. Please bless her to call. And I don't mean to beg. I don't mean to pray desperate prayers. I asked him to please help me to help Megan and the others. I sat there and I started crying, and I thought, I need to follow my instincts as I have throughout this. Keep praying and talking to my angels, and keep the faith it will all work out. Thank you, God. I feel so guilty for not doing more over the past few months. I guess I was giving myself a break, a break in hopes someone else would help me with what else needs to be done. And I'm sorry, Megan, for trusting and believing that someone is going to help yet again. I will bring myself to start again. I will write letters to the reporters, and maybe if Patty could, she could make the calls. I will continue to pray, and hopefully soon either someone will or I will get it done. Because from the beginning, I've said, I'm not giving up on this until it is fixed. God bless it to be soon. I need to learn to trust again. I need to trust again. August 24th, 2021. When I opened my eyes this morning, I hoped that it would be the day. And then by the end of the day, my heart feels heavy. Who are these people and why doesn't anyone care? My friend Lisa told me, this has consumed you. Well, hell yeah, it has. I have been through it and back again. Every time someone says they will do this or do that, to say they will help and then don't. Yes, I'm crying again. But besides what is going on over there in that city, I have to be slapped in the face by people that are supposed to care for me. How does someone even grasp this? Yet every morning when I wake up, I hope today is the day. God help it to be. 3:03 p.m. Madison had an errand to run and wanted me to go with her. So we went to get a bite to eat and ran the errand. When we were done, I asked Madison if she wanted to go to the cemetery, and of course she did. When I pulled in, I pulled up the little hill in the cemetery on the east side, and when I got to the top, I saw a big truck hauling a tractor out of the cemetery. I turned down the east-west street in front of Megan because they were coming towards us. Then I turned towards Wyatt to the back of the cemetery. When I got to the east-west street between Megan and Wyatt, I turned back to the east side to visit with Wyatt and then pulled around on the west side to visit with Megan so I could take pictures. And I took a few. I talked and asked both Megan and Wyatt to go to Beep's mom and ask her to have her daughter to help us. God send someone. August 26, 2021. I thanked my angels. I thanked God for waking me up. 10:37 a.m. Patty called. We talked for almost an hour. Then we talked about the cemetery case. She asked, you haven't heard anything from Beep? I said not since the last time when she said to wait until August 1st or soon after. but this is the third week of August and I haven't heard anything. Patty suggested that I call beep again. I said, yes, I will. She told me she had talked to her friend Ray. I said, oh, you have? You talked to him? Did you tell him about my case and let him know what you saw in the information? Did you let him know you know? The city will claim I'm the only one complaining I'm crazy, so that if and when he does take it into consideration of contacting the city, he could tell by their demeanor by what I already know they will tell him. Patty said, oh, great idea, Em. I said, it's kind of like the case they solved in beep, except the headstones has been moved by floodwater. Jen sent me the story. Patty said, send the story to me. I said, all right. Patty said, call beep and send that to me. I said, all right, as soon as we hang up, I will. We talked a little longer and hung up. 11:36 a.m. I sent Patty the story. I called Patty to make sure she received it. 11:40 a.m. I called her. She said, I'm reading the story and I know. Beep. I said, you do? She said, yes, he has been to my house a couple times when I was pursuing my case. I said, oh, wow. That would be great if he could help us. She said, I will contact him as soon as you and beep are ready. I said, oh my gosh, that would be great. Patty said, yes, I will talk to them. Thank you so much, Patty. Now we will wait on beep, but not too much longer. Patty said, no, we won't. We will just do as she was going to do. I said, right. I'm going to have the photos overlaid, but not in beep. I need to do it out of state. Patty agreed. We talked a little longer and hung up. She wanted to finish the reading the story. I'm asking now. I'm praying now. God beep, send someone that wants to help. When I was done, I went to Madison's room and told her what the update was. She thought the same thing I had said. Hopefully now the person that says they will do this or do that and says they will help. I think so too. Thank you, Madison. I love and adore you. 3:33 p.m. I thanked God. I got tears in my eyes and I walked into the bedroom and I prayed. Then I felt at ease. August 27th, 2021. First thing this morning, waking up, getting out of bed, my mind is on the cemetery case. I thought maybe I could invite Jen down for a quick visit to help me with the video of the story at the cemetery. It was just a thought. This just breaks my heart. And it's all just so unnecessary. It weighs heavy on my heart, and I pray for everyone to be protected and watched over. God be with us. August 28, 2021. Yet again, I'm emotional getting up this morning. I'm guessing or doubting if anyone is helping me, and if they aren't, why am I not feeling that I should be doing something more? My angels and God have led me through this whole ordeal, so why am I now not doing anything? What more can I do until beep is ready to put it in order to then call the media? My angels continue to send me the signs of what to do. As the afternoon moved on, my daughter Nicole and my granddaughter Lily came to visit. Most of the late afternoon into the evening hours. We hung out by the pool and we cooked. Man, I love days like these. They have been far and in between in the past 6 years. The past 2 summers it's been because of social distancing. Nicole, while she was here, did a little yard work for me, and I greatly appreciate it. Thank you for this day. August 29th, 2021. The day has been relaxing. I must have needed it. I'm still asking someone to help. Help me, in case no one else is. I checked the cemetery page on Facebook this morning, and someone has been on the page. and I'm happy to see that. God, I hope so. I just wish I knew. Later this afternoon, I went and sat on the patio just to think. I thought I need to follow my gut instincts, my premonitions, my intuitions, as I have throughout all of this. Guide me, dear God. We will be there later to see you, angels. 4:33 p.m. Madison and I left to go to the cemetery. We stopped to get a drink before driving all the way over. As I'm driving, I enjoy driving and listening to the music on the radio. Madison and I would talk while riding, but also we enjoyed the ride. When I was driving up the street the cemetery is on, the time on the clock is 4:44 p.m. I got tears in my eyes, and I remembered I had just asked earlier to give me a sign. Is this the sign? I thank you, my angels. I knew my angels were near. I pulled up to Wyatt. We visited with him for a while, and I love visiting them. And I used to have more pleasure visiting them before all this happened. I pulled around to the far end of the cemetery, and I wanted to drive back and see if I could see any dirt around headstones. Madison looked on the west side, and I looked on the east side. I didn't see any, and she didn't either. And I was happy about that. I was a little nervous that Bee may have fixed the dirt around the headstones, and that's her way of saying she isn't going to help. But there was none. When I pulled up to Megan, I took pictures. We visited with Megan for a little while, and I prayed to both of them. I pulled away from Megan, and I had a really good feeling. God, I hope these feelings are telling me something all good. When we arrived home, I was able to relax. Thank you for this day. August 30th, 2021, 6:42 a.m. Patty message. She wanted me to know how her dad was doing and how she was doing. I guess you call it a check-in message or call. I got out of bed and I said, thank you, God. Thank you, my angels. I said, let today be the day. After I had my breakfast and cleaned up some, I messaged Patty back. 9:57 a.m. Patty messaged. She wrote, not sure who I'm arguing with here the other day. Gotta think this through. I wrote, what do you mean, arguing with who? She sent screenshots of the messages. Patty and others were talking about the cemeteries and how cemeteries loses bodies. I wrote, oh wow, thank you. Patty wrote, it's crazy. I do stuff, then life is so fast at times, I sort of forget. I'm glad I took the screenshots. I wrote, yes, oh, I know. You are awesome. Patty wrote, awesome, near to a frazzle, as my mom would say. I wrote, yet you keep going. That's the main thing. Thank you again, and I love you and have a great day. Patty wrote, you too. Well, I guess someone is working on it, even if it's just something little like that. Thank you, Patty. I've noticed too that beep has been on Facebook notifications, and someone has been on the cemetery page the past 5 days. I pray someone is. I pray someone is helping Megan and the others. August 31st, 2021. I'm staying positive. I hope that now August is over, Bee will come forth and help. I haven't heard anything from her, so I have to hope she will call or get in touch. What is she doing? I see her on Facebook notifications, but she is not my friend on Facebook. I had asked if someone is on your notifications, but not your friend on Facebook. Could she be on the public cemetery page working? Lisa said yes when I asked her. So as I said, I see her on. I just don't have any idea what she's doing. I wish I knew. I'm waiting on anything, anyone. September 1st, 2021. God bless this day to be the day. 9:45 a.m. Patty called. We talked for close to an hour, and it was a good conversation, and we had a few laughs. And I'm staying hopeful that beep is helping me. While Patty and I are talking at 11:07 a.m. that time, because we had hung up a few times over the period of talking. And at that time, Patty told me, I just saw 333. I said, oh wow, I have been seeing the number sequels too. Then at 1:11 p.m., I saw that 3 times, 3 different times. It was a good, calm day today, and I thank God for that. And today was not the day. September 2nd, 2021. I haven't heard anything yet this morning. Madison and I went to go get our oil changed in our cars. Madison came home and laid down until she needed to get ready to go to work. She left about 12:16 p.m. I cleaned up some before taking my daughter-in-law some hamburger buns to make turkey sandwiches for the homeless. She's going to cook up the turkeys and pass out the sandwiches. Thank you, Jeff and Shia. On my way home after running a couple errands, I was driving down the street to go home and I looked at the clock on the radio and it was 2:22 p.m. And I thought to myself, oh babies, I'm not giving up. And of course I pray to my angels and God and I thank them. I know that's a sign, and I'm holding good faith that someone is out there helping me. Thank you, whoever you are. 5:03 p.m., Madison and I left to go get a bite to eat before we headed to the cemetery. After we finished eating, I drove to the cemetery. We sat with Wyatt for a while, and I prayed to him, and I talked to him to talk to Beep's mom. I pulled around to see Megan. We sat with her for a while when Madison noticed her little pink and white dog was not by her flowers. I saw it laying in the grass not too far from her, so I got out of the car, walked over to set the dog between the stems and the branches that are stuck in the ground. And I'm hoping it stays. I took pictures and I sat there with her and I prayed to her the same prayer I asked Wyatt. And I started to cry. I need help, angels. Send someone. Send beep to help. When I pulled away, I told my angels we loved them. September 3rd, 2021. When I talked with Patty today and also my brother John, I asked both of them to pray for beep to help us. I said, pray hard. They both told me they would, and I'm sure they did. And as they tell me, it will happen. Just be patient. And I know that. I know it will happen because I'm not giving up. Gosh, it's just been so long, and I want it done sooner than later. But that's just me, though. September 4th, 2021. I know it's a Saturday, and I know it's really unlikely that today would be the day. But let it be soon. I can't stand the crying all the time. I don't like the heavy weight I feel. I need some relief. I need just one person, just one, to help. I'm feeling a little down on myself today, and I feel I need to do more. I need to do something, and yet I don't do anything. Have I done enough? Is someone helping me and I'm going to break now? I keep asking for a sign, and I believe I keep getting little signs, especially in number sequels. But I just keep asking for another sign, something, anything. The days seem so long. I try to make the best of them. September 5th, 2021. In the mornings when I wake up, I can feel in my body how my day will go. It feels heavy and I want to cry. I know I will cry all day and feel blah. If I wake up and I feel as though everything is all right, I know I can cope. This morning I thank God and my angels for waking me up. I am coping. Madison left for work, and I was home alone again. And I used to have a hard time being alone. I cry all the time. The crying seems to have ceased a bit, and at times I could be okay, and other times I have to wonder. As I start my day, I cleaned up, and I was praying, and I asked God and my angels, of course, am I supposed to be doing something? I feel guilty because I'm not. I haven't in the past 2 months and 1 week. I don't like this. My heart got heavy and I started to cry. In one instant, I heard a soft voice say, "Relax, Nana." I didn't think anything about it until I found myself laying outside by the pool again. When I thought about it, I felt guilty. I laid there and cried. In the next instant, I felt like I was at peace. It was so odd. September 6, 2021, 2:16 p.m. Madison and I decided to go pick up Zoe and Lily to go out for the afternoon and evening. We went to beep in, beep, beep. We had fun. We took a few pictures and found somewhere to eat for lunch. When we were done, we drove back towards the city and to the cemetery. We needed to go today being Labor Day. We visited with Wyatt, then with Megan. It was a good visit because we had all the sisters with us, Madison, Zoe, and Lily. I drove out of the cemetery telling our angels we loved them. This day seemed to be all right. It seemed. September 7th, 2021. This morning I'm feeling positive. I feel really good as if I could do anything, and I'm staying hopeful. When I read my daily word this morning, I had read something to keep me moving on, and oh, you already know, I'm not giving up. It read, I am about to do a new thing. Now it springs forth. Do you not perceive it? Isaiah 43:19. And as my day went on, and yes, I had a breakdown for a matter of a few minutes, and yes, I'm crying. But the rest of my day was easy, not too much weighing on me, and just hoping and praying I could get this done sooner than later. September 8, 2021. Wow, what a morning. My heart feels heavy, and I'm nauseated by it. When I started my day, I went outside to net and clean around the pool, and I'm netting and I saw a butterfly and it was flying around me, and I thought to myself, I need you to land on me. I walked down the side of the pool a couple feet and I looked at my hand because I felt something on my finger. It was the butterfly. I walked real slow to go into the house to grab my phone. I thought to myself when I opened the sliding glass window to walk in, if it flies off my finger, at least we would have a butterfly in the house. I slowly walked into the living room and grabbed my phone and took a picture of it on my finger. I showed Madison the butterfly and walked slowly back out the door. I set the butterfly on the arm of the chair and took a couple more pictures. It then flew down onto the cement of the patio, and I went and sat down and kind of forgot all about the butterfly sitting there. When I got up about 20 minutes later, the butterfly was gone. It was a wow moment. Later this afternoon, I saw 2:22 p.m., and I can absolutely tell everyone, I'm not giving up. It's an emotional day, and I cried off and on. Madison notices. I try not to let people know it affects me like that, but at times, and especially a day like today, I'm so darn emotional, and I can't hide it all the time. I'm sorry. 3:03 p.m. Madison and I left to go to the cemetery, and I thought it would be a good idea to go see them today since we will be out of the city area until Friday night. And I thought if I go today, I could wait until Saturday or Sunday to come visit them again. I pulled up to visit Wyatt, and there's a worker here digging for a burial. It wasn't anyone I recognized, and the logo on the truck wasn't one I have seen out here before. We kept an eye on the worker, and we sat with Wyatt for a little while, and then we went to visit Megan. I took some pictures. The city had mowed the grass, and her flowers and the pink and white dog were still there. Thank you for that at least. I told my angels we loved them, and I left the cemetery. After getting home, I sat down to relax, and of course I started crying. I went to lay down for a little bit, laid there and cried, and begged for someone to help us. Someone. When I got back up, I thought good thoughts, got my packing done for tomorrow to go to. Beep! God keep us safe and well for the safe trip. Thank you. September 9th, 2021. When I woke up, we were getting ready to leave for beep for the night. We will come back tomorrow evening. I got done and sat down to read my daily word prayer. I looked out the window and there was a white butterfly flying around in the front yard. I told my angels I loved them, and I'm trying to breathe today. I'm trying to stay focused. I've got to stay positive for all of this to work out for Megan and the rest of them. We left at 5:05 p.m. We were on the road. We arrived in beep at 8:32 p.m. We got a motel room and we were able to relax. I was anxious to see my great grandbabies, but I knew by the time we got over there they would be all ready for bed, and we did not need to disturb them tonight. And I know I will see them tomorrow after school. Have a good night, baby. September 10th, 2021. I woke up in beep and was anxious to get the day started. We woke up a little late for breakfast in the lobby, but as soon as we checked out, we went and found a family restaurant to get some breakfast. It was a small bar counter and some tables along the wall. The people were really friendly, and the food was really good. When we were done, we went to my granddaughter's house and waited for the plumber to do the plumbing for the house that my granddaughter is building up for her family's house. They're getting it done, and it's coming along nicely. I'm so proud of them. As the day was getting started, I started seeing number sequels, and all throughout the afternoon, I saw them. At 4:00 p.m., we were leaving and saying goodbye to everyone. We enjoyed the ride, and as we were arriving back into the city at 7:25 p.m., we saw a sunset in between the downtown skyrise buildings, and it was the shade of orange, and it was the most beautiful sight I could see. We made it home safely, and I am so thankful. Thank you for listening. If you have any questions, you can email me at lowercase letters Emily McMahon, EMILY, McMahon, MCMAHAN, 208 @gmail.com. Thank you for listening and stay kind with your words.